Friends, today we will discuss the length of the belt required for the open belt drive. Length of belt required for open So this is a topic, and we need to find the formula for the length of the belt in case of open belt drive. Okay. So we will draw the diagram for the open belt drive initially. So let us consider this. We have largest pulley, and this is the center of the largest pulley, and here we have the smallest pulley. Okay, so we are having two pulleys, largest and the smallest pulley. Let us consider this is the point where belt leaves the larger pulley. Okay, similarly these are the point where belt touches and leaves the smaller pulley. Okay, so let's say the radius of the larger pulley is R1 and radius of the smaller pulley is R2. Okay, and the center distance between these two pulleys is, let us consider, X. Okay, so draw a vertical line. Okay, let us consider this angle is alpha with vertical. Similarly, on this side, this angle is alpha on the smaller pulley. So this is the simplest diagram that we have in case of open belt drive. Now let us consider this point is A and this point is B. A, B. AB is an arc length, okay, of the belt that touches the circumference of the larger pulley. B. Let us consider the point where this belt touches the smaller pulley is called C. Okay, ABC, and let's say this point is B, this is E, and this is F. So we have taken in a clockwise manner A, B, C, D, okay, points on the circumference of the pulley. Okay, now our requirement is what? We need to find the length of the belt. Let's say L is the length of the belt, which is equal to the arc length. Which arc length? Arc length, this much, because belts start touching over here, let us consider, and leaves over here. Okay, so FAB, so this is what? Arc length FAB plus this length BC, this is the straightforward length BC part, plus arc length CDE plus arc length CDE. And what left? This EF, length EF. Okay. So now just simplifies. If we look into the diagram, this diagram is symmetrical about x-axis. Let's say this is our x-axis. So top part of the diagram is symmetrical to the lower one. Okay. So what generally we do? We just reduce our calculation by taking 2 times. Instead of FAB, we will take AB. AB, because arc length AB would be equal to arc length AF. So that's why we have multiplied with 2 with each of the term, plus BC will remain same because BC is equal to FE, plus arc length instead of CDE we'll take CD. Oh, that's enough. Okay, so we have taken the length of the belt above the x-axis. Okay, is it clear? So this is the required form, and we have to find the value of arc AB, arc CD and BC, and putting over there we will get the result. Okay. Okay, so now initially what you have to do, instead we need to find BC. Since we directly cannot find BC, so in order to find BC, what we have to do, draw a line parallel to BC starting from this point. Let's say this center is O and this is O1. So from this point to onto this line O1B, draw a parallel line. Okay, this is okay. So this is O to C. This part is O to C. Let us consider F, E, F, G. Let us consider this point is as G. So O to G would be equal to BC. Instead of BC, we will try to find O to G. Okay, great. Now initially, from the diagram, if this is alpha, then this would be alpha from the geometry. Okay. Since BC is tangent to this point, means this angle would be 90. So this angle would be 90. Okay. So this also 90s and will create a right angle triangle. Means O1GO2 is right angle triangle. Okay. So O1GO2 is a right angle triangle. So from this right angle triangle, can we find out from this triangle, can we find out the value of sine alpha? Initially, let's say sine alpha would be equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse, and O1G is perpendicular in this triangle. O1, O2, G. In triangle O1, O2G, sine alpha would be equal to perpendicular, which is equal to O1G and divided by hypotenuse, which is O1, O2. Now we don't have O1G, but we can calculate O1G by just rewriting this as O1B minus BG. Okay. From O1B we can subtract BG, then we will have O1G, and in the denominator it will remain same. O1G is what? R1, radius of the larger pulley, and BG is equal to O to C. So BG would be equal to R2, radius of the smaller pulley, and O1, O2 is X, the distance between the two pulleys. Okay. Okay. So sine alpha would be equal to R1 minus R2 by X. Since alpha is very small, alpha is very small, then sine alpha would be approximately equal to alpha. Okay. So this implies, this equation, alpha would be equal to R1 minus R2 over X. So this is the value of the alpha that we have. Okay. So I am just going to rub this. What we have? Alpha. So we just write it over here. Alpha would be equal to R1 minus R2 by X. This is our initial formula that we will use in further. Okay. Now we need to find out arc length AB. So arc length AB would be equal to L equal to R theta, using the formula L equal to R theta. So this total angle would be equal to 90 plus alpha. 90 plus alpha. So would be equal to radius multiplied by 90 plus alpha. Okay. Great. And we need to find out arc length CD. This is equal to radius of the smaller pulley, and this is 90 minus alpha. Since this angle is alpha, so we need to find out this angle. Okay, this angle. So this is how much? Total is 90, and subtracting this angle. So this would be equal to 90 minus alpha. So that's why now we need to find out the value of this BC, length BC. Length BC would be equal to length GO2. So BC would be equal to GO2 from this right angle triangle. By using hypotenuse formula, we can find the value of GO2. That would be equal to under the root, since perpendicular square plus base square will be equal to hypotenuse square. Okay, so where is hypotenuse? O1 O2 is the hypotenuse. Okay, this is the perpendicular and this is the base. So here we need to find out base. So it would be equal to O1 O2 square minus O1 G square. Okay, so by putting the value, what is the value of O1 O2? X square, and O1 G that we have calculated R1 minus R2. R1 minus R2 under the root. Okay, taking this X as a common from the root, what we are having now? 1 minus R1 minus R2 over X whole square. Okay, is it clear? So we are left with this term. Now after solving this term, just simplifying this term, that would be equal to X bracket 1 minus R1 minus R2 square raised to power half. This is the form of a binomial equation. So just solving this will get X 1 minus half coming forward, R1 minus R2 by X whole square plus up to so there are number of terms, but we will just taking these two terms because next of the terms will be very small. Okay. Okay. Multiplying X with the bracket, with the term inside the bracket, we will have X minus X by 2 R1 minus R2 square divided by X square. We will cancel out each other. So what we are having? X minus R1 minus R2 square divided by 2X. So this is the term that we have after solving the binomial equation. Okay. So this is the term. So this is the value of the length BC. So BC. Now we are having each term, means we are having the value of AB, we are having the value of BC, and we are having the value of CD. Now putting all these values, okay, in the equation. Let's say this is BC. What is the value? What was the value of AB? It was equal to R2. It was R2 and sorry. What was the value of AB? R2 90 plus alpha. Okay. Then plus this term. Then plus value of CD, R plus CD. R1 90 minus alpha and multiplying each term with 2. So we multiply each term with 2. That's only then we will get the whole length of the belt. Okay. So after solving, multiplying and solving, you will get pi R1 plus R2 2 alpha R1 minus R1 plus 2x minus R1 minus R2 square by x. So after solving this equation, we will get this equation. Pi R1 plus R2 plus 2 alpha R1 minus R2, okay, plus 2x minus R1 minus R2 square by x. Okay. So this is the required form till now, but initially we have find the value of alpha. Since this equation contains alpha, so we need to find the value of equation that doesn't contain any value of the any term like alpha. Okay, so putting the value of alpha in this equation, you will get, what was the value of alpha? So pi r1 plus r2 plus 2 times, what was the value of alpha? It was r1 minus r2 divided by x. So multiplying with this r1 minus r2 plus 2x minus r1 minus r2 whole square by x. Okay, now we have this term. So you just simplify this term. Okay, you will get. So we are left with pi r1 plus r2 plus 2x plus r1 minus r2 square by x. Okay. So this is our expression for the length of the bed in case of open bed drive that we get after solving this equation. Thank you.